Okay, so in the last video, we built a website using Claude Code, but a website form isn't much use if the submissions just sit there waiting for someone to manually check them. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to create a backend form workflow for your website using Claude Code and n8n. So by the end of this video, whenever someone fills out a form, the information will automatically be processed and sent exactly where we want it to go. So let's get straight into it. So we're going to open up VS Code. And we're going to open up the same file we used last time to build the website. So for my case, it's Claude Demo. And it's going to open up Claude Code. And now we're going to enter plan mode again. And I'll be right back with you once we've entered the prompt that we're going to use to build the form for this website. So here's the prompt. As you can see, I've just used plain English to explain what I want. And we're in plan mode. And we're going to send it in now. And it's going to begin planning. So I'll be right back with you once it's finished planning the backend for the form. Okay, so one thing I want to mention for this is you'll need to connect Claude Code to n8n's MCP server, and you also need to have a n8n account. I've already got this set up, so I'm not going to cover this in this video. But if you want a separate video on how to set these up, let me know. And as you can also see that Claude's now finished planning the form. Okay, so we're going to have a quick look through the plan. As we can see, it's going through what it's going to change on the site, env file, which is going to make for the webhook for n8n, the different nodes it's going to use. Google Sheet is a step we're going to have to do, credentials which are needed. So everything looks all good to me. So we're going to auto accept the plan. And we're going to change it to bypass permissions mode. And I'll be right back once it's done building. Okay, so as we can see, Claude's finished building the n8n workflow. So if we go over to n8n, you can see that it's built this workflow here. And if we head back over to VS Code, we can see it's giving us a checklist, as I've asked it for, of things we need to do to get this form up and running. So first thing we need to do is go into n8n and connect our Gmail accounts. So if you haven't connected your credentials before, you're going to have to create some new ones. In my case, I've already got these connected. So you're going to select on the credential. And connect these. Everything else, Claude is automatically filled out. And then for the Google Sheet, we're not going to be able to do just yet because we need to create the Google Sheet and give it the ID. So we're going to go over and check the checklist now. What's next to do? Okay, so now we're going to make the Google Sheet. So we're going to head into Google Sheets and we'll be right back with you once the sheet is built. Okay, so we built the sheet. So now we're going to need to take the sheet ID from the Google Sheet. So we're going to press on the search bar here and we're going to select everything after this slash here. This is the ID. You're going to copy it and you're going to take it over into n8n and you're going to open append to Google Sheets and you see where it says by ID. You're going to select that and you're going to make sure the sheet name matches the sheet is saying down here. And we're going to select also map automatically. After we've done that, we're going to head back over to VS Code and see what the next step is. So we're also going to need to use the production webhook URL. So we're going to grab that from the n8n. We're going to go contact form. And we're going to go production URL. So test URL we would use now if we wanted to test the form before activating the workflow. But for the sake of this video, we're just going to use the production URL straight away. We're going to copy it. And then we're going to head over to VS Code. And we're going to have to ask VS Code to make us the env file. Env file is like private files with keys, API keys, things that you don't want the public to access. Once it's created, the env file, we're going to open it up and we're going to replace this with our n8n webhook. So I'll be back with you once I've done that. Okay, so as you can see, I've now updated my env file. We're going to close that as it's saved. And we're going to check the next step. So we need to activate the workflow. So if we press publish, Okay, and now we're going to test it. So we're going to head over to our website to test it. Let's just refresh it. And let's fill in the form. And this should also fill out the Google Sheet. So let's just go with, just put in an email we actually have access to ensure we receive it. Phone number, we'll just put a random number. Company name, test 1. Website, test. What would you like to order me? Let's just say lead follow-ups. Budget, under 1,000. Preferred contact method, email. Testing. Okay, request review. Testing if this works. Yes. So the form has been submitted. It says we're on the list. So now if we head over to the workflow and go to executions, it says succeeded. So we'll be able to see it succeeded by, everything is green here, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it worked. So first we're going to need to check the Google Sheets. If we do a refresh, so yeah, as we can see, it didn't work. So head into VS Code and explain to the Claude Code the data did not fill the sheet correctly. So I'll be back with you once we're done problem solving with Claude Code and we've got the data set up correctly. Okay, so Claude Code is claiming that it's fixed the issues. We're gonna execute this workflow again. So we're gonna head back into the website and fill out the form again. So test 2. We're gonna fill in the email again. Test 2. Test 2. Yes. Under 1,000. Email. Some question now. Okay, so we're gonna submit the form again. Okay, so now we're gonna check the Google Sheet and see if it's worked. So as we can see, it's updated and all of the details filled out on the form have been put here. So next we need to check our email to see if the emails have been received. And as we can see, we received, so normally this will be sent to 2 different email boxes, one being your personal one and one for the person who sent the form. So let's check this out. This is for new lead submission. So this is for yourself. It's giving you all the information you need regarding the lead and the option to reply to them. And then if we check for what we would have received if we filled out the form, you can see it's got the branding here, same brand color. We received your form. And you can customize this based on what your business wants to say to them. So as you can see, we now have a working website and form backend, which automatically sends an email, fills the sheet, and notifies me when a new lead is added to the sheet. And this will run on its own. If anything goes wrong with it, you can just go back to n8n, check what the error is, go to Claude Code, and it will fix the error. So you've got your own technician on site whenever something goes wrong. And that's it. We've gone from having a website form that simply collects information to having a automated workflow running in the background. So this is a simple example, but it's the foundation for much more advanced systems. In the next video, we'll start building on top of this things like AI lead qualification, CRM integrations, notifications, and more complete business workflows, and most importantly, how to actually launch this website so everybody can access it. So if you found this useful, subscribe so you don't miss the next videos. If there's anything specific you'd like me to cover, leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.